This week, we read a double Torah portion and complete the book of Shmot, Exodus. Shmot has three parts, each with its own theme. First, the enslavement and redemption of Israel in chapters 1 to 12. Second, the giving of the law in chapters 13 to 24. Both of these sections are dramatic, riveting narratives. Then there's the longer third section, chapters 25 to 40, devoted to the building of the Mishkan. This section itself has a three-part structure. First, Moshe receives the instructions for building the Mishkan. The middle part is the drama of the golden calf. Part 3 is the actual building of the Mishkan. The drama of the Mishkan narrative, however, is entirely contained in the short middle section, sandwiched by repetitive, endless descriptions of implements, ornaments, and vestments. Note that the Mishkan section contradicts a paragraph in the giving of the law section. Immediately after the 10 commandments are given, the children of Israel are instructed to make their altars out of earth and unhewn stone, and to sacrifice wherever they worship. So, what's the need for a Mishkan with its wood, copper, and gold altars? Talmudic midrashim and some medieval commentators, notably Rashi, offer the solution that God's decision to build a Mishkan was made only after the lessons learned from the golden calf story. In Rashi's view, the Mishkan narrative, as well as other events in Torah, are presented out of chronological order. In other words, section 1 really follows section 2. There were many altars throughout ancient Israel. Yerovam set up altars and placed golden calves in Dan and Beit El, from Dan in the far north to Beersheba in the south, to southern Judah and Shomron. Many horned Israelite altars and even a couple of golden calves have been unearthed by archaeologists. Was the Mishkan narrative inserted into the Torah to assert the primacy of the temple and altar in Jerusalem, as some critical scholars claim? Like Rashi's, the critical approach seems to me to devalue the narrative by offering historical explanations not actually found in the text. I think that the founding book of an indestructible people spanning 3,000 years needs no rewriting. And since I only have about 1 minute left, I'll briefly introduce two teachings that emerge from the Mishkan narrative itself. First, Moshe tells the people that only someone whose spirit moves him to generosity, Nadav Libo, should donate to build the Mishkan. And the crowdfunding campaign he initiates is in fact so successful that it quickly surpasses its goal, and Moshe has to stop it. Now recall that just recently, these same people had donated their jewelry to build a golden calf. And the same word, Vayakhel, is used both for the people gathering around Aaron, asking for a solution before he builds the golden calf, and for Moshe assembling the people, Vayakhel, to convey God's instructions to him for building the Mishkan. An expression that shortly before signaled panic and anarchy now introduces unity of purpose and a constructive goal. With the building of the Mishkan, the Egyptian ex-slaves are finally becoming a free people. The second idea is that images expressly are forbidden by the 10 commandments. Yet in the Mishkan, 2 cherubs, kruvim, are placed over the Ark of the Covenant. The prior time Torah mentions kruvim when they are placed there to guard the way to the tree of life after the expulsion from Eden. In the beginning, God placed humans in the Garden of Eden as a permanent dwelling place for them, and failed. At the end of Shmot, Moshe creates the Mishkan as a dwelling place for God, as an institution offering a corrective to the failures of creation, coming full circle and completing the mission started in Genesis, Breshit. Shavua Tov from Schechter.